Jake's POV. The haze returned, filling my field of view again. When it cleared, I was standing in the middle of a city, like an actual city. It was different from my world, but it was also unlike anything I had ever seen in this one. In every Nume city I had seen so far, the buildings were sculpted, like art. They were equally made from living materials and moulded stone, but these were concrete. Sure, it had some artistic element. Some had runes engraved, others had flowers growing in small patches, but they were far more akin to what I was used to. "They made good use of my people's runes," Zachariah said, admiring a fountain that used runes to flow the water around in the air. "I'm surprised that your people took to them so quickly." His runes, I thought. What? "I admit, when you showed me this magic, I never believed it would ever become this widespread," Amboss said, fluttering alongside Zachariah, who was still watching the flow of water. "It is impressive how versatile these runes are." "I only did it to see what would happen. I never expected it to work." Zachariah laughed as he and Amboss left the fountain. "Wait, what?" I thought, shocked. "Zachariah invented runes?" "So, Ashem's successor, what's he like?" Zachariah asked. "I do not know. I have never met him before, although I am told he is quite young," Amboss answered. "And I am not sure why, but apparently his ascension to Hashem is somehow controversial." "If you've never met him and I've never met him, why did he ask to see us?" "I assume it is because our relationship with the previous Hashem, or with..." Amboss stopped for a moment, then sighed. "With the Chaos Dragon." "It's a strange thing, to take a man's, or rather a dragon's, name from him as punishment." "Names have power, and taking them away is a punishment." Amboss flew over and landed on Zachariah's shoulder, then looked up to the sky. "They're here." Zachariah looked up and saw in the distant sky 3 figures. They were silhouetted in the sky, 2 large serpentine shadows on either side of a much smaller, winged shadow. I expected them to land like last time, where the winged one landed hard, and the serpent one landed gracefully, but instead they all slowly spiraled downward to a soft landing. The winged Western-style dragon was small, very small for a dragon actually. It was the same height as Zachariah, though clearly larger in other aspects. Its body was broad, and his wings made it look even more so. The smaller dragon was a pale green colour, and the 2 larger ones were both shades of grey, with darker and lighter accents on their bodies and heads. "Greetings. I take it you are Amboss and Zachariah?" the little dragon asked in a young-sounding voice. "We are. I am Amboss, and this is Zachariah. May we assume that you are Hashem?" "I am." The dragon's Hashem bowed his head, spreading his wings. Amboss did the same. Even Zachariah kneeled, which surprised me, because I didn't know that was something Vikings did. "Hashem, please remember your position," one of the larger dragons protested as he bowed. "Showing respect to the trusted allies of my predecessor supersedes normal formalities," Hashem said. The larger, Eastern-style dragon sighed. "Your kindness is appreciated, but your attendant may be right," Amboss said. "I disagree. It is a wise leader who can humble himself when he sees fit," Zachariah said. "You speak truth, Zachariah. A truth my predecessor took to heart as well." "Lord Hashem, may I ask why you summoned us here today? Is there some sort of problem, or do you need assistance?" Amboss interrupted. "Straight to the point. You are as was described to me many times, Amboss." "My apologies for any rudeness, Lord Hashem." "No need. I value directness." Dang, this kid's more mature than half my co-workers were back on Earth, I thought to myself. "If you will be direct, then so shall I. My ascension has been difficult, and there are many who wish it had not happened. I would like your support in the future, regarding my decisions with the Chaos Dragon." "What decisions?" Zachariah asked bluntly. "To leave," Hashem answered, just as the haze filled my view again. "Frick this," I groaned, annoyed that I haven't been able to properly finish a single memory. Ow! I was suddenly overcome with pain, emanating from my arm. The haze faded again, and I was surrounded by fire, looking up at the Chaos Dragon. "Left behind!" he roared. "Did you expect anything less?" Zachariah asked, glancing down to his arm, which was covered in blood and burns. However, it was healing quickly, faster than even Suma's healing magic. Besides Zachariah, was an unconscious and blood-stained Amboss. Deja looked around at the burning forest that surrounded us. They left me behind, to be forgotten. He raised a claw towards the trees and extinguished the fires with magic. But if my brethren refuse to remember me, I will ensure this land will. Without lowering his claw, he started casting a spell. A purple cloud poured out of him and engulfed the trees. It left a purplish silver coating on them, which was absorbed rapidly by them. "What was that? What did you do?" Zachariah asked. "Made a memorial," the dragon answered, spread his wings and flew away. Picking up Amboss, Zachariah turned around and ran towards a nearby city at the edge of the previously burning forest. By the time he arrived, Amboss was just starting to wake up. "Zachariah?" "Amboss, are you okay?" I felt better. What happened? Did the dragons..." "Yes. They left at Myria. After their portal closed, Deja appeared and laid waste to everything. He did something to the sacred forest and flew away." "Which way?" "Northwest." "The settlement," Amboss said, upset. "Probably." "But there is nothing left there. What could he be after?" "I don't think he is after anything but revenge now." "His own son led the dragons away, left him behind, and even ordered an attempted assassination on him. Who knows what he will do now?" "He and I are a lot alike. I think I know what he will do." "What?" "He'll go raiding." "To what end?" "To the end of everything," Zachariah said. Amboss looked at his injured chest and wings, then cast a healing spell on himself. "We need to go to the settlement. You want to fight him?" "He's not going to give us much of a choice. He attacked the sacred forest, just killed dozens of your people, and who knows what he plans to do next," Zachariah said, setting Amboss down, then standing back to his feet. "Two mages cannot beat a dragon, especially not a master of negative ether. We would need an army." "Then let's go ask the king for one." "Jake!" Suma's voice screamed loudly, breaking the memory and waking me up. Next thing I knew, I was in a stone room tied down by vines, with several Numi and their familiars around me.